Have you ever received a promise from God and you feel that right now you are kept on a waiting list? Maybe you're feeling that instead of the promise coming to pass, you're seeing storms surrounding your life. Well, if you open up our Bibles to Acts, in the life of Paul, we see in Acts chapter 23, verse 11, we see God telling Paul, "Take courage, for as you have testified to the facts about me in Jerusalem, so you must testify also in Rome." Now God is giving Paul a promise that that he would be going to Rome. And what happens after that, we see in Paul's life, is he's been through prison. He's kept in prison for 2 years. And from there, he's being transferred to Rome. But there's a storm as they're traveling by ship. The ship is nearly getting shipwrecked. They're about to die. They lose hope. The situation was so bad that the people lost hope that they would even survive. Then from a shipwreck, they land up touching an island, the island of Malta. And what happens next is a snake begins to wrap itself around the hand of Paul. And everybody expected Paul is going to die. Now, but God had given Paul a promise in Acts chapter 23. He had given Paul a word that he would go to Rome. Instead of seeing that word come to pass, he's seeing storms just taken over him. There's expectation of loss of life rather than reaching Rome. But I want to tell you, it has in Jeremiah chapter 1, the scripture writes, God says to Jeremiah, "I'm watching over my word to perform it." I want to tell you who's right now watching at this moment. God is watching over his word to perform it. If God has spoken a promise over your life, if God has spoken a word, no matter how great the storms may be, God is watching over his word to perform it. When he says to perform it, means to bring it to pass, to bring it to reality. God will not just speak a word and leave you in the dark. God will not just speak a word and then keep it incomplete. If he has spoken over your life, he will bring it to pass. I want you to stay encouraged. Don't worry about the storms around you. The storms are just another method by which you will reach your destination. Maybe the enemy is planning the storm to crush you, to quench you, to destroy you. But God will use that very storm to build you, to use you, to be a blessing to others. We see Paul, even in the time when he was in prison, even at the time when the ship was about to be shipwrecked, even at a time when he was at Malta where everybody thought he would die, God used those very moments for Paul to be a blessing to others. I want to encourage you, no matter what you're facing right now, God is going to use you to be a blessing to others. And not just use you, but he's also going to perform his word. He's going to bring it to pass. Don't be disappointed. Don't give up. Keep pressing on. Know for sure the word that he has spoken will come to pass. God bless you.